Okay, so maybe your ringtone is Smelly Cat, and we get it. Your Chandler impression couldn't be more dead on. You love Friends, but these are a few hidden details that even the biggest Friends fanatic might have missed. Oh, Joey. He's such a lovable oaf. His innocence is endearing, and it makes for a lot of hilarious moments. Remember the time he thought his Adam's apple was called a Joey's apple?
Would you put that back on? Monica's gonna be here any minute.
But it hurts my Joey's apple.
Or the time he thought there were 56 states? It kind of makes you wonder how Joey manages to remember all his lines for his acting jobs. The guy can't even remember his own PIN number. When he's in Las Vegas for an acting gig that falls through, he has to ask Phoebe to go to the ATM near his apartment and look for his PIN number, which he had scratched into the machine.
Listen, can you do me a favor? I forgot the PIN number to my ATM card. Can you get it for me?
Sure, where is it?
I scratched it on the ATM machine down on the corner.
The PIN number 5639 holds special significance for Joey, which makes it even funnier that he can't remember it. When you punch the numbers into a phone, the digits actually spell out Joey. All Joey has to do to type in his PIN number is literally spell his name, and he can't even remember that. Depending on who you ask, the on-again, off-again relationship between Ross and Rachel is either one of the show's best qualities or its most obnoxious. Whether or not you believe the two were on a break, you probably didn't notice that Rachel's pregnancy goes on for a really, really long time. Like an impossibly long time. Rachel and Ross briefly rekindle their romance before Monica and Chandler get married, and things get pretty hot and heavy.
Did you do it on our invitations?
Not on the ones we sent out.
This is the part where we need to do some math. Even assuming that Rachel is only a couple weeks pregnant when she takes the pregnancy test, she's seemingly pregnant for almost a whole year. We know that Monica's wedding date is May 15th, which means Rachel was pregnant by early May at the latest. You'd think that by the time Valentine's Day rolled around 9 months later, she'd be ready to give birth. But Ross mentions that the baby recently started kicking, something that usually happens much earlier in a pregnancy. Rachel doesn't give birth until the season finale, which, judging by the lightweight clothes everyone is wearing, takes place in the spring. That's one long pregnancy. The quirky, deadpan barista Gunther may not be a main character, but he brings a whole lot of laughs whenever he pops up on screen.
Hey, so what is this, some kind of snake or something?
Fun fact, James Michael Tyler, the actor who played Gunther, was a real-life barista when he was hired to be an extra on Friends to help Central Perk look more authentic by pretending to work the espresso machine. Tyler had been an extra on the show for a while, without any lines of course, when one of the creators, Marta Kaufman, asked if he had any acting experience. In 2014, Tyler recounted the experience to BuzzFeed, explaining, I said, yeah, I have a Master of Fine Arts in acting, actually. I've done a lot of stage, theater stuff, and things like that. And she said, that's really good to know. And then...
midway through the second season, they said, your name is Gunther. And you're an hour character, and you have a line in their show, and it is, yeah.
That one line turned out to be the start of bigger things to come, and Gunther ended up becoming a memorable part of the series.
Hey, Gunther, be a good little boy. Bring me whiskey.
Estelle Leonard, Joey's talent agent, might not be a huge character on Friends, but she is certainly unforgettable.
Have you ever seen me ecstatic?
No.
Well, here it is.
While we love her, we can't help but blame her for the rough state of Joey's acting career. She isn't exactly the most professional of agents, and you can't help but wonder just how successful Joey could have been with an agent who actually cared.
I'm gonna tell you the same thing I told Al Minza and his pyramid of dogs. Take any job you can get and don't make on the floor.
Even Phoebe, who has no experience in the industry, does a better job getting Joey acting gigs when she briefly acts as his agent. If you look closely, there's actually a reason Estelle is such a lousy agent. She's working 2 jobs, or at least the actress who played her is. June Gable, the actress who played Estelle, appears in a season 1 episode as a nurse in the hospital where Ross's son Ben is born.
All right, honey, time to start pushing.
It's hard to forget Frank Buffet Jr., Phoebe's half-brother. Phoebe grew up not knowing about her little brother as her dad abandoned her family.
Hey, lady. Hey, wait up. How do you know my dad?
Once the two finally meet in Season 2, Episode 21, Frank is close to graduating from high school. The two get off to an awkward start, but eventually develop an affectionate sibling relationship. After Frank graduates from high school, he marries his former teacher. Phoebe acts as a surrogate for the couple, giving birth to triplets in the show's 100th episode.
I want to do this. I want to carry your baby. Oh. Oh, thank you so much.
Even if you're the most dedicated fan, you probably didn't realize that you actually saw Giovanni Ribisi, the actor who played Frank, in an earlier episode. Ribisi appears in Season 2, Episode 6, as the guy who accidentally drops a condom in Phoebe's guitar case when she's performing on the sidewalk outside of Central Perk.
Did I accidentally drop a condom in your case? It's kind of an emergency.
Alas, the Condom Guy was not actually intended to be Phoebe's brother. Ribisi was initially supposed to be an extra on the show, but the producers liked him so much that they decided to write him into the supporting cast. Now that's what we call being in the right place at the right time.